Aging is natural, declining is not. We've assumed that it is. And I'm an example of the fact that it's not. I take no medications. I have no illnesses. I don't even take any other supplements. I do the things that really Mother Nature has provided for us. Things like algae and sleep and sunlight and movement and water. And so it's also...
You must use some kind of serum. Like your face is just...
I just put it... I've used the same cream for the last 40 years. Nothing.
Wow. Okay.
I will say, a shout out to a fellow colleague. I started using the Alitira Gold Serum on my skin a couple of years ago, but it was looking great before then. But
you're just doing amazingly well.
It's because I'm nourished from the inside. Your skin is nourished by your blood and your just like all the other parts of your body. Okay. Your skin is an organ. It's it's the largest and very visible organ. But all of your organs need to be nourished, including your skin. And I attribute my skin health mostly to the fact that I take spirulina and chlorella every day.
You take some collagen too, I'm guessing?
Nope.
No?
Nothing.
Wow. So you're all about getting your protein, aminos, minerals straight from algae.
I take nothing except spirulina and chlorella.
No fish oil, no nothing.
No fish oil. Oh, I can't. Yeah, fish oil, I was repeating. No fish oil ever, ever, ever. The only thing I will take is when I'm traveling, I'll take a little extra magnesium, and I'll take a little bit of vitamin C because I don't eat a lot of fruit, but nothing else.
Let's talk about what's happening in mitochondria. And I'm very interested in hydrogen peroxide, because when we talk about things like gray hair and aging, hydrogen peroxide forms in cells. Walk me through what hydrogen peroxide does in the body, why it's there, and what we do about it.
Okay. So I'll go a little higher level to start off with for anyone who's not quite familiar with mitochondria. They are what generate cellular energy known as ATP. And the best analogy I've come up with is, in a building, you can't do any work without any lights. If you have a power outage or your light bulbs go out, you're kind of stuck. So you call maintenance and they come and turn the electricity back on. And the mitochondria are not just the light bulbs. They are also the electricity. So they are twofold more important than what's in your building. Now, the maintenance people that will turn your mitochondria back on are actually an antioxidant called superoxide dismutase. And normally your maintenance people are there from the moment you're born because your body makes this stuff called superoxide dismutase, also known as SOD, just like it makes melatonin, just like it makes hormones. It's a natural product. And what superoxide dismutase does is it takes the free radicals that are produced as a byproduct of this ATP, because and we're going to go through how the ATP is actually produced because it's in something called the electron transport chain. But when you have to have ATP, because without ATP, you're basically dead. So
you have about 6 seconds of supply in the body.
Yeah. And so your body can't store ATP. So whenever it's made, it's used at the moment. So you need ATP, but a byproduct are these things called free radicals. And the free radical that is produced in the mitochondria is called superoxide. And it's very damaging. Now, normally an antioxidant would neutralize a free radical, but most antioxidants cannot get into the mitochondria because the mitochondria have a second inner membrane that doesn't have these things called porins that are required for antioxidants to get in. There are some antioxidants that can get in, including glutathione, chlorophyll, and also this one called superoxide dismutase, because dismutase means to dismantle. Okay. So you've got these free radicals called superoxide that are being thrown off as a byproduct of the cell production, ATP.
Okay, let me play this back. So as you're making heat or electricity, your mitochondria doing their daily thing, they're throwing off SO or superoxide. And if things are working right and you're young, then the body also makes SOD, which turns off the SO. So as long as that's in balance, you're young and powerful and you feel good.
Right.
And then your body makes less and less of the thing that turns it off, which is why we get gray hair, we get all these diseases of aging. It's not the only cause of aging, to be clear, but it's a major thing.
Right.
And it's that drop off over time.
Right.
Okay.
And you're right about it. I'm not sure if turning it off is the words I would use, but they're good. Yeah. They help people understand. What it does is it neutralizes it, and it converts it, and we'll get into this in greater detail in a minute. It converts it to oxygen and water, which are harmless. So
it's actually beneficial. You want cell hydration? Okay, good.
Yeah, because it's a closed loop. I mean, Mother Nature creating us and creating algae and the nutrients in algae, it's a closed loop. And as you start to understand how this all works, you go, oh my God, that's unbelievable. Because we are a fine piece of equipment, and every concept, every piece that needs to be co-factored in is in there in your body if you give it what it needs. So we have this stuff called superoxide, and the way I describe it is it acts like a big golf umbrella. You know, you've seen those big golf umbrellas, whether you're golfing or shopping. You get stuck in a rainstorm, you pop that baby up, you're protected. You haven't stopped the rain, but you stopped getting wet. Superoxide dismutase is similar. It doesn't stop the rain of free radicals. They're a natural byproduct of ATP.
If you stop them, you're dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it converts them into harmless water and oxygen. So it's like providing your mitochondria with a big golf umbrella so they're not damaged. Yay! So everything's easy peasy, working fine until you're 30, and then boom.
Why 30? What happens at 30?
So here's the cool, and I was curious about this too. Why does everything start falling apart at 30? Well, we have been on Earth for 2 million years. And
billion. Or you mean humans or life?
Humans have been on Earth for 2 million years. And evolutionarily, up until a couple hundred years ago, we died at 30. Our bodies are programmed to die at 30.
You mean Mother Nature wants us to die to get out of the way for the next generation?
Pretty much. Well,
she's mean.
Yeah. Well, I know. Well, she didn't know we were going to live longer. She didn't know there was biohacking. She didn't know there was electricity and all these things. So in the last couple of hundred years, we have been living longer, way past 30. But our body is preparing us after 30 for death. That's why for women, our estrogen drops. This is why melatonin starts dropping. It doesn't think we're going to need any sleep if we're dead. So our bodies are evolutionary programmed to die at 30. And Mother Nature always looks for the best value. And why would it want our bodies to be making all this stuff? It doesn't think we're going to be alive. So at 30, so we have no choice. You will not be able to change this. Our evolutionary, we are programmed to die at 30.
I'm going to change it. I'm going to change my
Well, I was going to say you and all these other things that will improve our lifespan and health span, like red light and algae for one of them, will help us get through. So the good news is we can defy our biology. We absolutely can. But like I tell people, you need to know the recipe. I mean, I don't cook very much. So when I go into the kitchen, I need a recipe and I need to know what's going to go into the recipe. So I go in and get my ingredients. And if I follow the recipe, I can do pretty well. My sisters are great cooks in the kitchen. They don't even need a recipe. I need a recipe. Everybody in our world now needs a recipe. They need to know how their body works so they know what to go find to counteract these evolutionary programs that are built in, because you can defy them. You can create for me a great souffle if I wanted to, if I have the recipe. You can live well and long if you know what to do. And that's why I love what you do, Dave, because you really help people understand what's available to them. Because once you get these things in your system, you're good. You're good. And that's why I want people to understand we're going beyond what you thought algae was, because it has the nutrients that are missing in once you get to 30. And we're going to talk people through that.
Okay. So is it nutrient depletion that happens around 30? We run out of something, or is it some other process?
Well, it's not necessary. We are experiencing nutrient depletion in our lifestyle now, but that's not what's going on. It's just like, you have a timer. When you turn a timer on to do anything, whether you're in the sauna or you're cooking, when the timer is done, in the sauna, it turns the heat off.
So is it like telomeres, or we just don't know what the timer is?
Well, it's programmed into our cell biology, just like skin turnover slows down as you get older. Certain animals, the leaves turn different colors. Well, it's photosynthesis, but Is
it different in men and women?
no, all humans have this programming, but women get hit extra hard because at the same time they're losing this superoxide dismutase, which everybody loses. They're also losing estrogen. And estrogen acts as an antioxidant in the mitochondria.
Yep.
And because your brain has the most mitochondria per cell, 2 million, and I can give you the scientific references for that, people know that depression and Alzheimer's and dementia are more prevalent in women, and that's because women are getting hit harder. Their mitochondria are damaged more frequently than men because of the loss of estrogen. And so because you don't have that protection of the estrogen anymore.